It's another weekend of what might have been for Manchester United as opposed to 3 points in the bag. They played out a 2-2 draw with Aston Villa. Following on from the 3-3 draw with Sheffield United, it leaves them in 9th place in the Premier League, and Aston Villa with a creditable point at Old Trafford, moving into 15th position as well. Shaka, a game they were trailing thanks to a wonder goal from Jack Grealish. They managed to get back on terms. Marcus Rashford might not be able to claim his header, but it did go in. And then the goal from Lindelof seemed like it put them in a commanding position. What went wrong?
Well, what went wrong is that this is an average United team. And I don't think anybody, even newly promoted teams nowadays, going to Old Trafford, play with any fear. And I totally understand that. When you look at this Manchester United team, no real pace to hurt you, nothing really to worry an awful lot. They do have quality in some positions. Martial, I always like to see Martial on the pitch. I think he gives Manchester United a different dimension. Rashford continues to be a standout player. Mata gives quality with no pace. And then after that, you're kind of scratching your heads and wondering, well, what does this person bring? Or how does this play in this position and unsettle the opposition? And there's not a lot you can look at or point to as a potential weapon, as it were, for Solskjaer.
Solskjaer did change the defence in terms of shape. Phil Jones out, went to the flat back four. Does that help them in any way? Do they look any more solid?
No, I don't think they look any different. Again, far too pedestrian from back to front, Manchester United, and it's easy for teams to come and play against and adjust when you don't have real difference makers in your squad, and you may change formation, but again, when you play as slowly as Manchester United do, it's not a problem to cope.
Villa are developing nicely, aren't they?
They are. In Grealish, and we spoke about his glaring miss, which has seen Aston Villa go 2-1 up instead of 2-1 down. But he certainly is an incredible player. I mean, just his own intellect on the park, how he made space for himself to score the first. Again, kind of found himself in the right position. I spoke about his miss. He preferred didn't. But I thought it showed an awareness and an intelligence about his game. And then Aston Villa just do things and do the basics simply and do them well, which is, as a promoted team, as an underdog, you have to do. And I thought they did that. And then in players like Mings, who took his goal very well, I think they have quality. They continue to grow in confidence. As a newly promoted team, you expect the struggles, you expect the inconsistency, but I think they've given themselves a real platform to survive in this league, which, before a ball is kicked, is all promoted teams ask for.
Before we get to the January transfer window, it's a big month ahead for Manchester United, but they are going to have to spend, aren't they, in January? And it's going to have to be, you wouldn't have thought just one or two signings, you'd have thought they're going to have to bolster. Yeah,
but that's the trouble, especially given the kind of money they spent in the summer on Maguire. Most notably, they thought that was the position in most need. Then you look at who they have, who they're willing to let go, and at what price. Many of those you feel they'll have to take a loss on. And then as much noise as Manchester United continues to make publicly about their backing of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I guess we get a feel as to exactly how much they believe in their own words come January. Because do you hand him a war chest in January if you're not really convinced of that? As we sit right now, I don't think Solskjaer is a long-term solution for Manchester United. So had it been my money, answer is a resounding no. But again, given what you hear coming out of Old Trafford, maybe they do it, but I think January will tell exactly whether they can be believed or not.
Yeah, and then maybe it's sort of a reassessing of Solskjaer in the summer. You think he might even last that long, even if they bring in a sort of a star signing in January under his name?
Well, you can only assume. Again, this is going on what they say. For my money, I would have been looking for a replacement a long time ago. And even with the sacking of Pochettino and all the speculation continues to swirl around him, were I sitting in that boardroom, were I the managing director of Manchester United, I'd be having a quiet word with Pochettino and looking to bring him in sooner rather than later, if I could.
OK, so we'll see if it's star players or a star manager that is next on the arrivals list at Old Trafford after another dropping of 2 points in the Premier League.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.